stomach, nothing.
Soccer? But it's really called football. Soccer? The creators called it football. Soccer? You know, you play it with your feet. Reading between the headlines. Soccer? But it's really called football. Soccer? What is up, fam? Welcome back to Reading Between the Headlines. I'm Asaf Nisim, your host for Peruse the News, the live show where we catch up on the latest Chelsea news together, maybe some world football news, more broadly some Premier League football to be even more accurate at, or more often Premier League news. I don't know why I'm bumbling this intro, but it is what it is. And of course, another thing we do is we encourage those to do it and ourselves live football and prosper as one should. Very important that you live football and prosper. Now, on the docket for today, I don't know why I messed up so many aspects of that intro, but it happens. We're all human. On the docket for today, more importantly, I was just thinking if my mic on? Was my mic on? I made sure all my mic settings are correct, but they are anyway, so that's probably why I messed up. But anyway, on the docket for today, ladies and gentlemen, and other types of people and things. First, we will take a look at my lineup predictions from the last stream and see how they matched up with the Liverpool match day starting 11. Then we'll check out Chelsea.com's post-match review and reflect on the match using that as a base. You know, after the heartbreak, maybe a little Chelsea.com for the review is the best place to get that warm, fuzzy feeling back. Well, I'm not sure anybody really needs that, but we'll do it anyway. Next, we will check out the Enzo Maresca post-match press conference today together. It's a short one. I'll react live to it. Didn't actually watch the whole thing previously, so that'll be good. It's been a couple days. I know it's late. We're late. But you know what? We're here, and that's what matters. After that, crazy story that old people like myself will love. From Bein Sports, Totti hints at surprise Serie A return, aged 48. That is insane. And you know what? Like I said, old guys like me love those stories. And why not? What a story. Everybody should love that story. Lastly, Neymar sends message to Estevao Willian. You never heard that sends message thing before, but it's a good thing to check out, story to check out. To Estevao Willian after Chelsea-bound Wonder Kid broke his Brazilian top flight record. As a bonus, per usual, if we have any time, maybe we'll stalk some of our favorite Chelsea player Instagrams, including maybe staffers, alumni, maybe some players that aren't Chelsea players at all or never were, or staff that never were. But you know what? We'll check out my Instagram and we'll check out what's going on over there. It's always fun, especially the comments section, you know. So before we continue, if you are new to the channel, it is always important that I give you this little pitch. Why not hit the like button, like that stream, subscribe to the channel so that you could find me in the future and we'll know that you're there. Hit the bell to know when we go live, because, and by we, I mean me, but why would you hit the bell? You know, I'm not exactly a bell hitter, but I have been going live a significant amount lately, so it's good to know when I go live because they aren't exactly always announced, and it's definitely something you want to be aware of, and you want to be here to go ahead and engage in the live chat. That's always fun. And of course, you want to subscribe to the channel. I'm going to repeat that because that way later on when this channel goes huge, I mean, we're a pretty new-ish channel with the new format, you're going to want to be able to say, hey, I knew those guys. I subscribed to that guy before he was huge. That's why I'm cooler than you, and you should respect my OG status. You know, that's very, very important. So make sure that you are on top of that subscribing situation. Let's start off the show with last stream's poll results. I asked you, what will be the result of the Chelsea versus Liverpool game this Sunday, which was this past Sunday? 50% of you thought that Chelsea would win, 50% thought it would be a draw, and 0% got it correct, which was the actual Liverpool. Maybe my fans, maybe the supporters on this channel are a little biased and want Chelsea to win, or at worst draw. But unfortunately, the result wasn't as predicted or as hoped for, but it is what it is. Now, as I said, we like to put a poll on every stream, so we'll put one on now, and that poll is, how good will Estevao Willian be? I'm going to put that in right here. Make sure you answer that poll. Number 1, and I'm stealing these classifications, these categories from previous, I'll show you this player rankings. There you go. There it is. That was posted on Twitter earlier this season. We'll go with average. Number 2, good. Add option, elite. And fourth option, world class. So make sure you guys answer those questions. It's very important what we answer. Engage. And it's appropriate because why? It's appropriate because we're going to talk a little bit about Estevao Willian towards the end of the show. So there you go. You could see the player rankings as they were meted out by this random Twitter user. His actually is not so random. His name is CFC M3. MS3, I'm not seeing it, so it's far away from me right now, but you can see it on the screen. Okay, now I'll get that off of there. Make sure you answer that. So, guys, Chelsea, moving on. Chelsea obviously made their way from Stamford Bridge to Anfield, and they took on Liverpool this past Sunday. Yeah, there you go. I like to show that little map. Get as I love those little Google Earth animated map paths. So, yep, that's what I like to throw on there. But anyway, so we made our way over to Liverpool, not me personally, but the team. And I mean, you already know the result. It's been a couple days since the game happened. The general narrative is that we had a good performance, and while we would have obviously preferred the 3 points, a good performance against an in-form, table-topping Liverpool is certainly positive, right? Now, personally, I'll take that optimistic glass half full narrative, but I got to be real with it. Okay. I do think it's somewhat a result of low expectations. Chelsea definitely showed up. They met Liverpool head on. We competed throughout the match, had more possession, more accurate passes, more total shots, etc. But let's be real. Mistakes were made. Okay. It was a chippy affair. It was an aggressive, contact-heavy game. Everything was fought for from both teams. It was a real classic, if you want to call it that, clásico as the Spanish call it, right? 2 huge teams coming together and fighting it out, and they fought it out. Okay, there were definitely some off the ball silliness going on, and it was what it was. I'm glad that at least Chelsea showed up. I'm glad Chelsea fought for everything, but Liverpool also did, and in the end, they were better than us. So, but again, I say it again, mistakes were made. The Colwill PK that was given away, you could call that a mistake, but I mean, to be real, I thought it was kind of soft as a referee, you could say, as a fan also. You watch it again, and he barely really touches Jones, and like he pulls out the tackle, like, and then Jones goes down. He feels a little bit of contact, I guess, and he goes down. It's soft. It's one of those that maybe wouldn't have been given, and then it wouldn't have been enough for VAR to take a look at it and say, hey, who was it again? Who was the referee there? It was John Brooks. So if he hadn't given the PK, then perhaps it wouldn't have been looked at, but it was given, and so that's that. I don't want I guess you have to blame Colwill, but you have to call it a mistake, but I don't fault him that much. It wasn't terrible. But yeah, I guess it was a little inexperienced and silly. The match-winning goal by Jones, okay, the penalty is the penalty. Salah took it, and that's that. The match-winning goal by Jones, they actually went up 2-0, obviously, as you guys know. But the match-winning goal, if you look at it again, I can't show it here. I wish I could show it here, but the Premier League won't let me. NBC won't let me. But you have to blame Tosin for it, right? Come on. You watch that again. He's clearly ball watching. He's not marking anyone in the center of the box, and he gets caught flat-footed when Jones comes trailing in. I guess I'd give Reece James a little bit of blame as well because he's right there, but he goes for the offside trap and like immediately puts the hand up as if that's a good idea. Listen, I'm no expert, but it seems to me that if you try and play the offside trap alone at the last minute, at the last second, I should say, it usually isn't a good idea. It's not the greatest last-ditch defensive maneuver. You're better off. Yeah, I mean, he wasn't marking anyone there before him. The winger, I forget who it was behind him, but he wasn't even looking at the guy. He was just sort of ball watching as well, and then goes for the to call the offside trap. Bad idea. After that, we certainly had some chances to equalize. Chelsea did not give up, and that's definitely a good sign. The team are a team, and they go in to compete, and I think Enzo Maresca is a big part of that, part of facilitating that sort of culture and aggression, I would say, from the team. So we had some chances to equalize. Cole Palmer had a couple. One, he couldn't get it out of his feet. The other one, it was just over the bar. He went for a finesse shot. If you're a FIFA player, he went for a curler in the top left-hand corner from his orientation. It went over the bar. And Nkunku had a chance on a late Pedro Neto cross. And of course there was that late Cole Palmer free kick into Renato Vega. He couldn't quite keep the ball down on the header. So the Blues fought to the very end and couldn't get it done. It is what it is. But anyway, so that's the way it was, and we will take a look at Enzo Maresca's pre-match as well today and see what he thought of that. I'm sure he was a little bit nice on the players because he said in the immediate reaction that it was a good performance. Okay. But let's go ahead and check out how my lineup prediction compared to the match day lineup. As you could see over here, wasn't too off, but actually in the places where it mattered, it was pretty off, and I was definitely surprised. Honestly, when I saw the lineup, I was pleasantly surprised by what Enzo Maresca chose to field. I said in that stream where I made the prediction that it was possible that because Reece James is back, and he's like one of our few X factor players. People could argue at times he's the best player in the team, and I wouldn't begrudge them that opinion. But I thought that there was a very low likelihood of Maresca upon Reece James's first match back in the team that he would play him on the that he would start him, and that possibly he would put Cousteau on the left. I literally mentioned this in the stream prior to the match, in the pre-match review, and I guess I was wrong, and I was pleasantly surprised to see James in the side starting. He wasn't great, obviously. Like I said, he could have done better on that game-winning goal from Jones. But so I was surprised, but I was happy to see it. I just wish this tends to be the thing with James. He takes a few games to heat up. He takes a few games to get back into his stride and really do the thing. So, yeah, I'm not surprised it was that way. But the other surprise was, as you could see over here, that Fernandez wasn't started. Fernandez was benched. And you know what? First of all, at the time, I thought, you know what? I really like Lavia a lot. Any minutes that he's had thus far, he's looked fantastic. And even though his FOTMOB rating was below a 7 by the end, I'm just going to move out of the way of this thing here. Even though his FOTMOB rating was below a 7, I thought he still looked sharp as all hell. Even just coming into the side, I thought he looked sharp as all hell. So I hope, and I'm an Enzo Fernandez fan. I'm not one of the real naysayers of Fernandez. I recognize that he hasn't been playing at the top of his game, but I really like Lavia, and I think that after what we saw out of him against Liverpool, I think it would be nice to see him back in the side more regularly. See if some more minutes are going to really allow him to get to his top form and really make him a mainstay in this Chelsea side. He deserves it, really. He's looking great. Like I said, not disappointed. And I think Fernandez probably needs to be dropped a little bit more so we could see more out of him. Push him to be the best that he can be. All the other lineup predictions were exactly right. I did predict that Tosin would come in and fill in for Fofana being suspended. But the Cucurella suspension, I was not right about how Maresca would play that. So, surprise, surprise, Maresca, he's willing to make less conservative decisions. I didn't think that was likely. Okay, moving on from that. Now I'll get back into my central position. I got to figure out a better way to, I guess I didn't want to make the graphic too small. So I made sure, well, anyway. So that is what it is. My lineup prediction, not great this time after 2 at 100%. This one was not at 100%. Okay, we are moving on. Guys, just a reminder, if you are new to the channel or you have been a lurker on the channel, please, why not hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell if you want to know when I go live. So you can engage with me in the chat, because that's what this show is about, engagement. That is precisely why I have set the video settings to a lower setting, so that I can have a less of a delay in between the chat and the video. That way I could respond in as close to real time to your chat messages. Okay, now that second marketing pitch is on, we number them. That was number 2. Okay, let's go ahead and check out Enzo Maresca's. No. We're actually going to read the Chelsea.com match review. Very important to get those feel good sentiments in a review from one of the boys. Okay, we start. Chelsea enjoyed a positive start to the match in terms of possession and control, but went behind just before the half-hour mark through a Mo Salah penalty. Actually, if I remember correctly, early on, Chelsea did not. They were just immediately under pressure from Liverpool, and then sort of grew into the game after like 10 or so minutes, something like that. Nicholas Jackson equalized for Chelsea early in the second half, but Liverpool's lead was restored 3 minutes later through the impressive Curtis Jones. Again, we talked about that. It was more of Tosin Adebayo completely zoning out and ball watching, while Adebayo, I don't know if I never pronounce his name right, it's tough. And Reece James also kind of ball watching there. Caicedo was there. Anyway, we move on. The Blues enjoyed more of the possession and created several chances in either half, but in the end, we were unable to find the second equalizer we needed. Yes. Reece returns. Suspension for Marc Cucurella and Fofana meant the Blues were always going to be forced into at least 2 changes, and one of those was the return for the first time this season of Reece James. After our captain was injured during preseason, James came in at right back and Malo Gusto on the left. Fofana's replacement was Tosin, and there was also a change in midfield as Romeo Lavia replaced Enzo Fernandez. Appropriately so, the tactical discipline and defensive shape of both teams meant openings were at a premium early on. It took almost a quarter of an hour for either side to really trouble the opposition defense as Noni Madueke burst past Andy Robinson, and soon after Gusto got to the byline, but on each occasion Liverpool were able to nullify the danger. That is true. And I have to say, actually, I do think that again, he's one with a sort of low FOTMOB rating, but he looked dangerous on the wing still, Madueke, and that's good. He's not letting up. There was a brief moment of concern when Cody Gakpo intercepted Roberto Sanchez's pass out of defense deep inside our penalty box, but our number 1 was able to gather the ball with minimal fuss. Yeah, that's always a problem with Roberto Sanchez. Robert Sanchez, you just feel like he's gonna bumble something, and that there was a moment or two in that game. Chelsea were largely controlling possession in the opening quarter as they had 2/3 of the ball, and Madueke got in behind Robertson again after a long diagonal forward, but when he squared to Cole Palmer 10 yards out, Jones slid in to make a block and then recovered to stop Palmer's goal-bound shot once more. But it was Liverpool who were to take the lead when Levi Colwill was adjudged to have kicked Jones in the box, and Salah sent Sanchez the wrong way from the spot. Again, it was pretty soft. I gotta say, it was pretty soft. Liverpool almost doubled their advantage. Liverpool almost doubled their advantage 2 minutes later when the ball was in the back of the net once more, but Salah had straight offside before crossing to Gakpo to tap in at the far post. That was a good moment for VAR. All of my people that want VAR eliminated, remember, who's your daddy, which is VAR. Chelsea were then close to equalizing a minute later when Caicedo slipped the ball through to Jackson, but his first time effort from 15 yards out hit the outside of the near post. Yeah. There were chances. The game had opened up after the goal, and moments after Chelsea had a penalty appeal waved away, Sanchez was forced into a routine stop by Dominic Szoboszlai from the resulting counterattack. The action slowed as the half drew to a close, but during injury time, Liverpool were awarded another penalty kick when Sanchez collided with Jones while rushing out to save. But following another daddy VAR review and him looking at the screen, referee Mark Halsey reversed the decision after video footage showed the goalkeeper kicked the ball before connecting with Jones. What do you mean Mark Halsey? It said Jonathan Brooke. It said John Brooks. Don't believe me? John Brooks right here. See that? I don't get why this would say John Brooks. Who was it? Was it John Brooks or was it Halsey? Or was Halsey the VAR? I thought it was Michael Oliver in VAR. VAR view and him looking at the screen. No. Doesn't make sense because it was the referee that went to the screen and reversed the decision. Okay, I don't know what's going on there. Okay, we'll get back to the article. Wonder who it was. There was still time for Chelsea to go close to equalizing once again when more good play from Madueke wide right saw him pass to Palmer, but his left-footed shot from 12 yards out went over the bar. Yeah, that's the curler I was talking about that he tried to put in the top corner. Again, I agree with Chelsea.com, not with FotMob, that Madueke actually looked dangerous and he looked productive on the right wing. So numbers don't always tell the story. Quick fire goals. The break saw Maresca introduce Pedro Neto in place of Jadon Sancho, and the Blues had their equalizer within 3 minutes of the restart when Caicedo slid Jackson through and he controlled well before calmly slotting into the bottom corner. The offside flag went up and the whistle was blown, but VAR showed the Senegal striker had timed his run perfectly. VAR again, ladies and gentlemen. Not that you should always, not that it's you should only appreciate VAR when the decision goes your way. I mean, I'm, as a referee, as a fan, I just want the right call. Come on, guys. But some people don't want, some people, some Gabe, who's not here today, who should be here. You should be showing up, Gabe. But nope. So, yeah, some people don't like VAR, and they just think it ruins the game. I think that's silly talk, and it is the only way forward. Of course, I will also just add that it has to be done better. I get it. It has to be done better. Maybe it has to be done quicker. I think that'll change people's opinions, but it is the only way forward. Okay, moving on. But parity only lasted 3 minutes as Salah's cross from the right picked out the run of Jones, and he poked the ball beyond Sanchez from close range and a tight angle. Okay, and they go right on to the change. You know, Chelsea.com, this is why it's a warm, fuzzy review. We'll never criticize our players, I guess, because I definitely think there's some criticism there. And I haven't seen the post-match review, post-match presser with Maresca. I wonder if he says anything. I doubt it. He's not like Mourinho. There was a triple change for the Blues, which appeared to have been prepared before the goal, as James and Lavia, returning to full fitness following injuries, were replaced by Renato Vega and Enzo Fernandez, while Tosin, who was on a booking, made way for Benoit Badiashile. And I actually thought Badiashile looked okay. He looked maybe like he should have started the game. He looked aggressive. He looked good. The frantic start to the half slowed somewhat, although Madueke did have a volley saved following a Neto cross from the left, and Palmer had a free kick blocked by the wall. Yes. Some people think Neto looked pretty sharp. Palmer had another goal-bound effort blocked during a dangerous attack, and Neto, whose influence grew as the half went on, dragged a long-range drive wide soon after. The Blues enjoyed more of the possession in the second period too, and Christopher Nkunku was the next to be brought on as we chased another equalizer. Liverpool managed to limit our attacking as the half edged towards its conclusion, but we did go close on occasions during 7 minutes of injury time as we continued to chase an equalizer. Vega headed over the bar from Palmer's in-swinging free kick, and a dangerous Neto cross to the far post was only just beyond the reach of Nkunku yards from goal, and with the final kick of the game, Gusto had a goal-bound shot blocked, but it wasn't to be. So that about covers the chances that I had mentioned in my prologue to the review. What it means, Manchester City's last-minute goal at Wolves earlier this afternoon meant Liverpool, that's Sunday obviously, dropped to second heading into the game. But today's 2-1 win means the Reds return to the top of the table. As for the Blues, we are currently 6th, just 6 points from Arsenal and Aston Villa in 3rd and 4th, respectively. What's next? We know this. Chelsea's next game is Thursday's trip to Panathinaikos. For our second match in the main phase of the Conference League, we will then return to Premier League action on Sunday at home to Newcastle United. You gotta love, I kind of do look forward, even though it's kind of crap, really, the Conference League. I look forward to seeing, it's like seeing two different teams. It's like two different Chelsea teams. We got the Chelsea A team, and then the B team is like all changes, right? So certainly, I look forward to it. I look forward to seeing what the other Chelsea team does, because it is not the same, right? So it's going to be good. Maybe I'll do a match preview tomorrow night for the Panathinaikos game. Why not? I'll probably get it done. But for the time being, we will move on, ladies and gents, to the post-match presser with Enzo Maresca. Check that out together. React Live. Let's do it. Let me check my voice, if it's still on. Yep, my vocals are on. We're good to go. Let's move. Let's do it. It's a short one, so I'm just going to leave it at one.
Okay, good evening. Please raise your hand if you'd like to ask a question. We'll get around as many as possible. Who would like to get us started? Nobody? Gentlemen.
And so what did you make of Chelsea performance? And in the first half, there seemed to be a penalty incident and Trent Alexander-Arnold tackled Jadon Sancho. What did you think about that?
No, I think the performance was very good. I just said that we don't like lose game, we don't like drop points, but if you have to decide the way, if you have to choose the way, probably this is the way. I think come in this stage.
Again, that's the narrative.
And see Liverpool,
I don't think the performance was that great. It was good. We competed more than people expected us to against Liverpool. I guess that's, again,
control the game,
low expectations.
And for most part,
we say we control the game?
Overall, we control the game. And for most part of the game, we dominate the game. But we lost. We are not happy. We don't like. But as I said, the performance on the ball and off the ball was very good.
Simon?
Enzo, as well as Chelsea playing today and playing for most of the season, is the frustration the amount of, I'd say, sloppy goals or gifted goals that you're conceding?
No, we concede 2 goals. The first, it's a penalty. Can happen.
See what he says about the second.
In the way we conceded the second goal,
Come on.
We were just mentioning,
it was Tosin's fault.
We already avoid this season 5-6 goals because the behavior of the line, but sometimes you also concede. But
okay, again, you can only point to 1 or 2 players in this goal, and it was definitely a mistake. Watch the goal again. You see that Tosin is totally ball watching. Okay, let's be real. I like Tosin. I'm excited about Tosin. The guy's ball watching. Okay, he doesn't even see. He's totally caught off guard by Jones running into the box, and he's the one there. He's not marking anybody. Okay, it's like a zonal approach there for the game. in the defense, and Tosin is ball watching. You can see him ball watching. And then there's Reece James. And Reece James is just a little ahead, maybe around where the penalty mark is, 12 yards out. And Reece James tries to go for the offside trap. And as he walks forward for the offside trap, he goes like this. He goes he's to signal to the referee that it was offsides. Okay? So, yes, there's more blame to be meted out, there's more blame for players to take on. There's more accountability here than Maresca's letting on, but I guess he's doing what a manager should be doing, which is protecting the player. But hopefully when he goes back into the locker room, he's letting them know.
To come here, to come here in this stadium against this team and thinking that you are not going to concede chances or momentum, it's almost impossible because of the...
But it was a clear mistake.
Because of the team, for many reasons. But as I said, I think for most part of the game, we control very well. And we have to be proud of this and at the same time a bit upset because we don't like lose game.
Do you need to work on it though still? Because it is only 2 clean sheets in 8 games and perhaps you should have more points.
No, no, for sure we need to work not only for the clean sheet, we need to work in many things, but if you see the goal we score and the goal we concede, probably the goal we score we are the first or second or third best, and the goal that we concede we are the third or the fourth conceding goal. So it's not, I think for sure, as I said, we can do many things better, no doubt, but at the same time also we need to understand that game after game, for sure, even the defensive line is getting better.
James?
Enzo, you took Reece James off after goals. Was that a planned substitution?
No, for him and for Romeo, the idea was 45 minutes, 1 hour maximum, but I was a bit afraid, to keep them more minutes inside the pitch, so I decided to change both of them after 50 minutes, 55 minutes.
Gentleman in the middle.
Enzo, you're not unhappy about any of the decisions today. There were a few controversial ones, debatable ones, but you seem quite relaxed. You're quite happy with everything.
No, I'm not. I'm relaxed, and I'm not happy because we lost, but I'm relaxed and I'm happy because the performance of the team. And then I think the decision from the referee, I think has been clear for you, has been clear for me, and has been clear probably for all of you. But the referee is there to take decision, and sometimes they are
talking about the Colwell PK, maybe.
They are wrong.
Okay, we'll end it there.
Nothing to say. Finish.
Thank you, everyone.
Finish. Thank you.
Yeah. So I think he's talking about the Colwell PK, and I think that's fair enough. It was a little soft. It was a little soft. But these things happen, right? Sometimes you have a soft PK not go your way, and that's kind of how the Colwell went, unfortunately. We move on. Again, guys, if you are new to the channel, or if you've been lurking, but you're not new to the channel, why not like the stream, subscribe to the channel so we could see in the future, hit the notification bell if you want to know when I go live, because I've been going live lately. So I guess that's what's happening. It's been very heavily live platform, even though the channel is not super new. This format is somewhat new, and I've been doing it a lot because that's just where my life is at. So yeah, do yourself a favor, do me a favor, let's get together, get in the chat, tell me what you think. I'm here to engage with y'all. Okay, now we move on to this article of the day. This is a great article for a great story for the old people in the audience and the old football fans, because this is just, I mean, a guy coming back, Totti of all people. Yes. Totti hints at surprise Serie A return, aged 48. This is going to be breaking records for sure. And actually they talk about this, that it would be a records broken, but like seriously, this sort of a story just gives the old men, just like this sort of fantasy excitement, right? So Totti hung up his boots back in 2017, but says he has not ruled out a surprise return to the game at the age of 48. Roma legend Francesco Totti says he would be open to returning to professional football, claiming Serie A teams have contacted him recently. Teams, multiple. Totti, who spent his entire career with Roma, playing 785 times in all competitions, retired from football in 2017. The 48-year-old, who also earned 58 caps for Italy, scored 307 goals for the club, and provided 207 over his 24-year spell at Roma. Despite being out of the game for 7 years, Totti believes it would only take him a few months to get back to full fitness if the right team came for him. Quote, "There were Serie A teams that called me," he said during an event at Sport Italia Village, as quoted by ESPN. "I admit that they made me think a little crazy," Totti said. "It would be difficult, but in life, you never say never." There are players who have played many years after the end of their career. It also depends on where you play, with all due respect. But if I were to return to Serie A, I would have to train really well. With the wonders of modern medicine, you wonder, like, when is this going to start happening? When are we going to start seeing, what is it about being old? It's like you still, maybe you diminish in speed a little bit, but the strength, the cardio maybe diminishes a little bit, but it's also like the joints really break down. It's like, when are we going to start they got all the stem cell stuff. I mean, look at Ronaldo, for God's sake. But, we're not there yet, but it is a wonder. When are we going to start injecting cartilage into people's joints or whatever? I'm not a medical professional, so don't take me at my word, but something like that. We're going to start doing these things where we're really making things okay for older guys, such as Totti. There are players who have played... Oh, he said that. I read that. Lazio? Quote, "Lazio, I wouldn't even consider it. I'd be ready in 2 to 3 months. I'm still playing at 48. If I had to do something crazy, I'd do it in Italy, not abroad. But it is crazy." And it really is crazy, isn't it? Former Lazio goalkeeper Marco Ballotta is the current oldest player to have made a Serie A appearance at 44 years and 38 days. Yeah, at a goalkeeper's position. Totti has also admitted his decision to retire was not something he decided himself. Quote, "When you turn the page, you never know what awaits you. It wasn't my choice, but in that moment, it has to be experienced differently from the context," he added. Okay. Maybe that's also why I've had that thing inside me. It's true that there's a beginning and an end to everything. I didn't want it, and so that window remained open. So that's about all you're getting out of that one, but that is certainly interesting. I would love to see it, okay? I want to see a 48-year-old Totti back in the Serie A. I want to see it. I mean, what are the chances he's starting at 40? What are the chances at 48 years old? That's just crazy. But it would be an amazing thing to see. And yeah, that's exciting. Okay, so we move on. Move on to the next articolo. I don't know if that's how you say it. Is that how you say it in Italian? I do speak some Italian. Okay, so the next one, of course, back to one of the big Chelsea prospects, Estevao. We go over to the Daily Mail. Neymar sends message to Estevao Willian after Chelsea-bound wonder kid broke his Brazilian top flight record. Very exciting. I mean, how many times have you heard of this next wonder kid? They're comparing him to whomever because, maybe his name is similar to an old player's name that's awesome, or maybe there's always one similarity, and then they just extrapolate from that and just make it, this kid is the next Messi, this kid is the next who the hell ever, Neymar. But, big but, when it's a 17-year-old who is breaking records at at the top team, one of the top teams in Brazil, which is not the level of the league is not on par with England, but it's pretty good. it's pretty damn good, actually. So, yeah, I think this is something of note, and it's like sort of, okay, maybe this kid will be really something, be worth all the hype. Neymar has sent a message to Chelsea-bound Esteval Willian after the 17-year-old broke a record he set many years ago. The Blues officially announced the signing of the 17-year-old from Palmeiras in a £28 million deal that could rise to £55 million with add-ons back in May. The forward will join Chelsea in the summer after he turns 18 and has continued to shine in his native Brazil, making history over the weekend. Esteval contributed a goal and an assist in Palmeiras' 5-3 win over Juventude on Sunday. It's probably pronounced Juventude or Juventude. I'm just okay. I might be wrong. I know that D's are like a G sound almost, or a J sound. On Sunday night, that took his goal contributions in Brazil's Serie A this year to 18, becoming the most productive under-17 player in the league's history. 17 goal contributions for a 17 and under. He's not under 17. I guess you could call him a U17 player because he's still 17. You play in the U17s. I guess that makes sense. So there you go. He's doing the Neymar celebration, crybaby celebration. Parabéns, Esteval Willian. Pelo recorde quebrado, que voce. Continue brillando e encantado a todos con seu futebol. Futebol. That's probably that. Boa. Okay. This previous record was held by Neymar, who registered 16 goals and assists while playing for Santos in 2009. And Neymar, who has previously labeled Esteval a future genius, had nothing but support for his compatriot after hearing the news. The former PSG and Barcelona star shared Esteval's Instagram post after the record-breaking game. We saw that writing, "Congratulations, Esteval Willian, for the broken record. May you continue to shine and enchant everyone with your soccer. Fly." Esteval was also performing Neymar's crybaby celebration in his post, something this 32-year-old clearly enjoyed as he acknowledged with emojis. Yeah. Crybaby. There it is. Fly. Yeah, Monday was also a happy day for Neymar, who finally made his return to the pitch for Al Hilal. I didn't even know he was still playing, honestly. After 369 days out with an ACL injury, the winger, who suffered the injury after playing just 5 games for the Saudi Pro League club he signed for in the summer of 2023, came on in the 77th minute and showed glimpses of his world-renowned quality. Here's the question. Why, Neymar? Why? I really thought that he was like the return of the Samba. And he was the return of the Samba, but he had to freaking kill his career, just destroy his career. That's how I feel. Going, even just when he went to PSG from Barcelona. Why, bro? Why, dude? Made no sense whatsoever in the prime of his career to be going to PSG and then go to Al Hilal at, 32 years old? I mean, that's still prime, and maybe the twilight of your prime, but it's still your prime. And even as a Chelsea fan, it upsets me to see somebody of his caliber just throw it all away, really, to me. I mean, look, people have different priorities. Maybe he spends a lot of his money and he needed money. And so that's why he went there, and he doesn't care about the legacy. And who the hell am I to say care more about your legacy, bro? Esteval's performances at a young age have sent shockwaves within Brazil and is dubbed Messinho, which in English means Little Messi, although he is not a fan of the nickname. Yeah, who would be? He's an Argentinian player. He already has 2 Brazil caps to his name, having played in the World Cup qualifiers against Paraguay and Ecuador last month. Europe's biggest clubs all queued up for the youngster's signature during the summer, with the likes of Barcelona, Manchester City, Paris Saint-Germain, all in a fight to land the star. However, the lure of Chelsea proved too strong, and the tricky winger decided to snub many of football's most decorated clubs in order to move to Stamford Bridge in 2025 when he turns 18. I wonder why. I doubt he has like a huge wage schedule from Chelsea, because that's just not what we're doing. The Premier League giants will hope Esteval follows in the footsteps of Neymar, who has gone on to establish himself as one of the best players of his generation. I agree, but he never fulfilled it. Let's see what some of the comments are. What are people saying about Estevao in the comments? Lines down. Where is it? The hell? I gotta go through all this clickbait crap. Come on, guys. Where are your comments? Where are the comments? Here we go. Just a few. 4 comments. Hope this kid is everything people say he is. We could do with a Zola Hazard type player. Reply. He is from Brazil, from somebody in Sao Paulo. And then here's Aloy again. Estevao is much better than Endrick. Okay. Welcome home, Estevao. Very good from London. Okay. That's that. So, there you have it. Neymar thinks he's the real deal. And the kid is actually performing at the top level. He's broken the record now. Most goal contributions of a U17 player in the Brazilian league. So, since we got through some of that real quick, I have some extra little bonus articles here that I wanted to check out that I did throw in here. I thought if there was some conversation in the chat box, maybe we wouldn't have time, but apparently nobody's chatting today. Nobody's coming through today. So we're going to just go through it here. I'm like in my early days as a drummer playing to an empty room, but people will see it. There's a couple of you guys out there, I should say, but lurkers. Okay. Let's go over to this. Back to the Daily Mail. This headline just has my click, okay? This is just the next Mikel Arteta ridiculous story that you hear. This guy's got all of these crazy stories, hiring pickpocketers, whatever. So this time it's Mikel Arteta secretly hired undercover football freestyler disguised as a waiter to destroy one of his Arsenal stars in bizarre, it's always bizarre, pre-match motivation drill. So it's a motivation drill. Okay, let's find out how this panned out because I have questions. Why is a waiter? Where's the waiter come into this? Okay. Arsenal star Alexander Zinchenko has revealed that Mikel Arteta secretly hired a football freestyler to go undercover as a waiter and compete with his players before a match in another bizarre motivation attempt. And this is just ridiculous. The Gunners' boss isn't afraid of practicing outside the box thinking when it comes to team bonding exercises, and again showed his unconventional approach by having the fake waiter prank his squad. Okay, Arteta is on a mission to guide Arsenal to the Premier League title, having twice failed in successive years, and is evidently doing everything, including the weird and wacky, to achieve that goal. Yeah, this is an ongoing story, bizarre and weird and wacky Arteta things. And they didn't win that. They didn't win that Nottingham Forest game, so maybe this was a bad choice. Arsenal's preparations were mocked earlier in the year when the Spaniard secretly hired a team of professional pickpocketers to ransack his players of their wallets and valuables during a team meal. On that occasion, at the end of the meal, Arteta asked players to empty their pockets. Several then realized they were missing valuable items. The exercise was supposedly done to educate his first-team stars on the importance of being alert at all times. This is like some weird old kung fu movie, like never lower your eyes to an enemy or something. I mean, that's a line from Ninja Turtles, but you get what I'm saying. Now, in a renewed motivation attempt, Zinchenko has revealed how he was challenged to take on one of Arteta's coaching staff to a freestyle competition, only to be shown up by a professional trickster posing in disguise. Quote, "We stayed at the same hotel before a match, and we knew all the waiters, but there was a new guy that day. So before we go to the stadium," Arteta said, "Okay, guys, let me wake you up because we need energy," Zinchenko told the Guardian. Just see this happening now. "Last time, Alex, we played staff against players and you beat the set piece coach, Nicolas Jover. Let's do it the same, but freestyling." Everyone was like, "What?" "For sure, Alex will beat him, blah, blah, blah." Nico started to do something with the ball, and then suddenly it looks like he got an injury. It was so obvious, but weird. Then they called this is ridiculous. Then they called the new waiter. We didn't know he was a professional freestyler. He destroyed me with his tricks, and all of us were in deep shock. But then we were all laughing, and we went to the game with good energy. Didn't pan out. Spoiler alert. The Ukrainian didn't reveal what specific match it was. Okay, so he's not saying what it was. What it was that the unusual pregame drill was deployed before, but Arteta's approach has worked well so far this season with the Gunners third and just 4 points adrift of Liverpool. Yeah, if it was before the Forest game, it didn't work out. Other unconventional approaches deployed by the 42-year-old have also been well documented, with Arteta once blaring Liverpool's iconic "You'll Never Walk Alone" anthem during a training session before a trip to Anfield. Arsenal players were also subjected to a rallying team talk where Arteta pulled out a light bulb and waved it around the dressing room to symbolize how he wanted his team to play with energy and electricity. You gotta hand it to Arteta, though. I mean, he's always been a leader, and he's not holding back here. Let's see if there are any comments. 40 comments. Yeah, big surprise there. 40 comments. Okay, let's see if there's any funny ones. No, it hasn't worked. They are already 4 points behind Liverpool and 3 points behind Man City and get a player sent off every third game. Okay, reply is, a whole 4 points and only in third. What a disaster. Okay, whatever. You sad melt. Is that a new British slang? You sad melt. Here's Atlanta. Okay, we wait. He's the gift that keeps on giving. He should focus on getting his players to perform better without the dark arts rather than all these off-pitch things. What, are they doing the dark arts in Arsenal? I don't feel that. A bit like you, Mum, was with me and my mates the other night. Okay. Mum jokes, how original. All right, we're good. We're good on that. Let's move on to the next one. By the way, if you're in here, folks, why not give the stream a like? Give the channel a subscription. Hit the notification bell if you want to know when I'm live. Because guess what? We've been going live lately, and I want you to be here. I want you to hit up the chat. It'd be great to talk with more of you. We've had some great conversations in here. Keep the dream alive, y'all. All right, moving on. This is, I don't know if you knew about this one. Nottingham Forest owner Evangelos Marinakis spat at referee's feet in disgusting show of contempt to earn 5-match FA ban, but he claims he was coughing after smoking 3 cigars a day. When you go on to elaborate about your cigar habits, you probably were spitting at the referee. Marinakis has been accused of spitting at match officials walked past in the tunnel after Nottingham Forest were beaten at home by Fulham last month. This is another one. This isn't the first Nottingham Forest controversy, because they have that other controversy where they posted on their Twitter about how the referee was a Luton fan and just all sorts. This was from last season. This is just like one controversy after the next with Nottingham Forest. Something's going on over there, for sure. Like, there's not a lot of discipline going on over there. Shout out to our boy Callum Hudson-Odoi scoring the winning goal against was it Arsenal? Yeah, no, was it? Why am I forgetting who they beat? Anyway, so the Forest owner was handed a 5-match stadium ban, which the club have appealed against. Marinakis argued that he was not spitting in the direction of the officials, but merely clearing his throat due to a cough. An independent commission branded Marinakis' explanation completely implausible. Oh, big shocker. And his conduct disrespectful and disgusting. In written reasons published on Tuesday, the commission wrote, "We are satisfied that he deliberately spat on the floor as the referee walked past him. Regrettably, we regard Marinakis' attempt to explain and justify his conduct as completely implausible. The only reasonable inference we can draw from our rejection of EM's explanation for the spit is that EM deliberately spat in a disrespectful and disgusting display of contempt towards the match officials, and this picture is not helping him. In our view, there is no other credible explanation for his conduct. In the circumstances, it clearly amounts to conduct within the meaning of Rule E3. Consequently, we found the FA charge proven." So there we go. Josh Smith. There he is. "An egregious display of disrespectful behavior such as this blah, 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 blah. Nuno Espirito Santo was banned for 3 matches and fined £55,000 for his behavior after the 2-2 draw at Brighton last month." See, there's another one. There's just bans after bans. Are they targeting Forest? I mean, this is a lot. No, you know what? they've definitely earned some of their bans. I'm not gonna lie. That post on Twitter was seriously undermining the referees. PGMOL responded accordingly. Star midfielder Morgan Gibb White was handed a 1-match ban and fined £20,000 for incidents in the same game. Here's that eye-watering they're talking about. What I was talking about from last season, the end of last season, Forest were still reeling from the eye-watering £750,000 fine imposed by, it's like a couple weeks of wages for some criminal, not at Forest actually, but that is a lot of money for a smaller club like Forest, imposed by an independent commission on October 11th relating to an explosive social media post last April that questioned the appointment of Stuart Atwell as VAR as video assistant referee following their 3-0 defeat at Everton. Forest denied they had questioned the integrity of officials or brought the game to distribute. I'm sorry. You see this Twitter post and you're just like, yeah, here it is. 3 extremely poor decisions, 3 penalties not given, which we simply cannot accept. We warned the PGMOL. We warned them that the VAR, the video assistant referee, is a Luton fan before the game, but they didn't change him. Our patience has been tested multiple times. Nottingham Forest FC will now consider its options. Yeah, that got them £750,000 fine. And guess what? They've appealed it, and it's still up. Okay, they haven't taken this tweet down. You go to their Twitter page, it's still up. They literally think, I don't understand how anybody can think, like, we've seen fines and suspensions for way less than this in the Premier League in the past, and they actually think that this is a excuse, like this is not going to catch a fine. I'm surprised they don't have like bans for this too, but I guess, you know, what are you going to do? Ban the social media folks? Apparently they're looking for a new social media manager, but that ain't going to help when you have like your owner spitting at referees. I mean, something's going on in the culture at the club. This isn't just Nottingham Forest being targeted. Okay. This is some really ridiculous crap here that they've been guilty of. So this is what Marianakis said. He said, as the officials approached, he felt a cough coming, and he coughed on the floor down and to his right, which was away from the path the officials were taking. He did not speak to the officials. Okay. Yeah, I don't think so, buddy. I don't think so. I wonder if any of their comments say anything about that. Well, there it is. Absolute proof that wealth can't always buy something. Can't always buy class. Yeah, that's true. 100%. Have to agree with that. Gonna upvote that. With all the refereeing at present, I'm surprised they don't have a spittoon in the dugout. Okay, that's funny too. Disgusting behavior and been punished rightly so. Have they looked into the grievances for poor refereeing, or is that just swept under the table? The standard is extremely poor. I'm not going to like that, actually. No, it is not. I mean, maybe that's just my referee in me. No. The standard isn't extremely poor. You know what? There's bad decisions being made. I don't deny that there are some bad decisions being made, but I mean, the standard of refereeing is not poor. Relative. I mean, it's not like the referees in the Premier League are the only ones that make bad decisions. They happen everywhere. But I do think we need to improve video assistant referees. As a referee, I agree. I don't agree with getting rid of VAR. That is just a silly notion. I mean, I can understand some people think they're just like they're OGs. You know, they want things back the way that they used to be. But no, we want the right decision to be made. We just want it to be made faster, and we want it to actually be made. We actually have like VAR making bad decisions. I mean, this is weird. This is a weird phenomenon, right? Just a reminder, guys, if you're in here, if you're new to the channel, if you're just a lurker, first of all, get in the chat, all right? I want to see your comments, that way I can react to them immediately. I got this stream set to the lowest latency so that I can react in real time. But other than that, please do me a favor, do yourself a favor, like the stream, subscribe to the channel so I can see you in the future. Hit the notification bell if you want to know when I go live, because you know, this is where all the magic happens, guys. And of course, if you are subscribing at this point, I know, the channel is small. It's a teeny tiny channel, but it's got such big potential. We are growing all the time. The numbers are always going up. So get in while the going is hot, so that way you can be that cool guy and be like, yeah, I got in before he was huge. You guys don't even know. I'm an OG of the channel. All right. Well, that's one thing you could do. I know we all love to do that, especially if it's like our favorite, some hot band and we like them before everybody else. That is what needs to happen over here. But yeah, so I think people are spot on with this. Bro, you don't get to spit at the referees. You don't get to even me, like, I think it's a little, I think it's a little weird sometimes, you know, when certain managers get fined for certain things that they say to undermine the referees. It's like, some of them are just opinions. Bad decision, bro. What the hell were you on? Like, what was going on? Listen, I'm a referee. I can understand when people say those types of things. I mean, don't do it in my face. Certainly don't do it on the pitch. Certainly don't do it as I'm coming off the pitch. You can come and politely talk to me, blah, 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 blah. But, and in the post-match, I mean, I get it. They have their rules and you have to follow the rules, and they're very, very strict on it. This post on Twitter is crazy, okay? To say that the referee is a Luton fan, okay, and you need to change him. And I think that might be part of the calculations made in who gets assigned to what match in England. But I mean, I'm not actually sure if that's true. But yeah, I think that's a ridiculous thing to post on your Twitter, and that should be down. They never took it down. Okay, moving on to the next bonus article of the day, also at the Daily Mail. I thought this was a good headline. I always love these. Fans getting arrested. Man United fan, 38. It's an interesting age. Very interesting. Arrested after he assaulted in quotes, okay, police officer in the stands during win over Brentford, knocking his hat off. Yeah, I guess that's assault. I mean, you gotta be really effing stupid to knock the hat off of a policeman. What are you doing, bro? That is just stupidity. Honestly, you shouldn't even be arrested for assault. You should be arrested for being extremely stupid. So, a Manchester United fan. Oh, surprise, surprise. The Manchester United fan is an idiot. Okay. Shocker. Okay. A Manchester United fan has been arrested after a police officer had his hat knocked off in the Stretford end. Had his hat knocked off. Okay, that changes the story a little bit. Was it on purpose? Blah, blah, blah. The 38-year-old, who was ejected from Old Trafford, was held on suspicion of assault of an emergency worker during Saturday's 2-1 victory over Brentford. Why are they an emergency worker now? Okay. He has since been bailed and may well face a footballing banning order if found guilty. Football footage widely shared online shows a man in a white United away shirt who appears to be arguing with two police officers. He then looks to take a swipe at one, which knocks his hat off. The man manages to break free from the officers, but is subsequently grappled to the floor by stewards and marched out. Here we go. There it is. Okay, so here's the footage. Let's check it out. Oops. You know what? You know what we're going to do here? I'm going to go to this. Yeah. Oh, that is assault. That is straight up assault. It's hilarious. It's very funny. It's funny assault. Ooh, no, but see, there's another swipe, honestly. After the hat was off, there's another swipe there. Let's be real. You can't do that to police, to police, you idiot. What an idiot. 38 years stupid. That's not a young man. He's just getting hyped up by the crowd, but it's not like he's drinking beers in there. You're not allowed to drink at the stadium. You could drink at the half, I guess. Wow. Wow, that is some shocking behavior by that idiot. Yeah, that is some silly, silly crap. A hat was then gleefully thrown around the stand by... Then the supporters throw the hat around by various supporters before it was retrieved. A spokesperson for Greater Manchester Police said during the Manchester United Premier League match against Brentford at Old Trafford on Saturday, a 38-year-old man was arrested on suspicion of assault on an emergency worker. Yeah, that shit is hilarious. Let's be real. That is some hilarious shit. I would have loved to be there. Oh, boy. Getting arrested for the entertainment. I'm just going to see if there were any funny comments here. How is that exclusive, though? It's titled exclusive. No comments? No comments? Folks, it's all just a bunch of clickbait ads of people's feet. Come on, y'all. Come on. Comments would be hilarious here. It's probably on Twitter. Oh, it must be. You know what? There's Twitter comments. Definitely on that video. Let's do it. We want our hat back. That's all there is to it? Just one comment? So off the pitch. That. Shocker. Okay, so I'll just type a United fan dumb enough to assault a police officer. Shocker. Hilarious, though. And I'll give him a little laughing emoji. Very funny. What do we got here? Just some spam. Somebody following me. It's one of these bots. Okay, I can't show any. This is a family-friendly show. Okay. I don't even know what that is. Was that visible? Because I had the... Yeah, mostly. Okay. Ladies and gents, we have reached that part of the show where let's head on over to Instagram and just see what is up over there. See if there are any new posts from our favorite Chelsea players. Oh, that is not... that showed you my thing. That's cool. So, yeah, it is not... Now I gotta... so annoying, isn't it? I have to fix this shot now before I send it out. This is what happens when you are producing your own show. You have to do this kind of crap where you have to fix things that shouldn't have been a certain way while you're live on the show. Not very helpful. Not very helpful at all, ladies and gentlemen. But here we go. We go live with that. Instagram, fixed it. Boom. Switch back to auto live and we're good. Here we go. John Terry looking classy with, I mean, I hate those hats, honestly. I'm not going to lie. It's pretty whack. Let's go. Walk down memory lane today in Barking. Exciting things happening with the regeneration plans in the area. Barking. I don't know where Barking is, honestly. Not that keen. Not that in the know. Young Chalobah, one of our boys. I miss him. I miss him so much. He's really into God and respect. But I miss Chalo. Honestly. I don't think he would have messed up like Tosin in that game. I don't think he would have been ball watching like Tosin was on that Jones winning goal. Let's be real. I mean, I don't understand why nobody rates Chalobah. It just doesn't make any sense, and I will say this to the end of the earth because that is how I feel. Moving on, we go to, I wish Chalobah would watch this show and note how much love I give him. Here's Romeo Lavia. Keep the positive vibes. Learn from the negative points. Reset quick. Then get back to the daily grind. Listen, bro. No negative points with you. No negative points with Lavia. Negative result for the team. Lavia, I think we got to see him in the next match. I think we got to see Enzo on the bench again, unfortunately. I believe in you, Enzo. I believe in Enzo. But you need to get benched because it's not on with you lately, bro, and you need to be challenged. And Lavia looks fucking good, man. It looks great. So moving on, bro. Thiago Silva, being the boss as per usual, completely changing this Brazilian team's defensive record. I forget the name of his team. It's not Fluminense. Palmeiras? No. Forget where he went. Where did he go? We'll check. You know what? Let's check it now. Screw it! We go! Fluminense. Yeah, he plays for Fluminense. Okay. Yeah. I was right. I'll take that. John Terry. Raheem. Yeah. So you guys beat Shakhtar. Congrats. I'm still sour over the Raheem deal. Still sour that we are literally paying more of his wages than Arsenal are. So stupid. So stupid. All right. Ruben Loftus-Cheek. 50 appearances for AC Milan, bro. I wish you the best, bro. I hope you come back to Chelsea, honestly, at some point. I hope you get back to the big leagues. I hope you make it back into the national team. I mean, there were times where I wasn't a fan of RLC, but if played in the right position, he was often played in the wrong position at Chelsea. Often. Was not a fan of that. Was not a fan of that. He's not a winger, okay? The guy can't play winger. No, and he never will. Okay, Cole Palmer, very weird post. I guess it's a Nike post. Yeah, probably. Nike post. Yeah, obviously it's a Nike post. Okay, moving on to Tammy. Good old Tammy. In the stands. I guess he's injured? Yeah, I think he's injured.
Wow.
Ti piace?
Wow.
Ti piace? Ti piace? It's Italian for do you like it? Juan Mata Garcia. Definitely a fan favorite. I mean, I love him. I still love him. I mean, enjoy your retirement in Australia, bro. Really.
I've been seeing
I don't know who this guy is. Okay, PGMOL. I follow the referees. Guys, I'm a referee. I like to follow the referee pages, and I appreciate referees, even though they're the most hated people in sport. You know what? They don't pay us enough. They do not pay us enough to be this hated. But it is the case. Yeah. Reminder, if you're in here, if you're lurking, if you're new to the channel, we are towards the end of the show, but come back earlier. Like the stream, subscribe to the channel so you can come back another time. Hit the notification bell to know when I go live. So you could be in here, you could be challenging all of my hot takes and, giving your opinion, because guess what? My opinion is not always the best and I need people to check me. Okay. Essien. Still playing somewhere. I don't know. He's been showing a lot of playing pics. Peter Cech. I don't know, bro, if you know how to post. That ain't it. Playing golf with the Willow Foundation, I guess. Okay. Bunch of check on the screen. Yeah, I can't play this because I will definitely get Reece James posting. Bro, you didn't have the best game, bro. Let's be real. I mean, look, I hope you come back. I hope you come back. I hope you get stronger and stronger. Like usually, like I said earlier in the show, we've seen him come back from injury, and he always takes a couple of games to start getting into his stride. I don't know what it is, but he really just does. We could really use him right about now. We could really use that X factor, couldn't we? Here's Dewsbury Hall. I don't even know if he was on the bench. Was he on the bench? Was he on the bench? I don't think he was on the bench even. No, he was. Unused. Unused sub. We used all 5 subs, yeah. Unused sub. Disasi, honestly, he does not. I don't think he should ever come back to the side. I hope he doesn't even play again in the cup game, honestly. Over Disasi. Honestly, who chooses Disasi over Trevor Chalobah? Who chooses Disasi over Chalobah? Apparently Maresca. Makes no sense. Makes no sense at all. The guy's crap. Sorry, Disasi. I'm sorry. I appreciate you. You seem like a nice guy, a nice Frenchman. But no. Chalobah over Disasi. End of story. Okay? Let's go over to Nkunku's page. Yeah, I can't have the copyright music. I'm going to get caught. I'm going to get struck. And Nkunku should have gotten on earlier. When did he come on? 76 minutes. Why is he always on late? Why is Nkunku always come on late? Why does Maresca never want to sub him on in like the 60th minute subs? Like a 60-something minute sub. Why is it always in the 70s? In the 80s even? Why? Not working. Move on. Or keep Jackson on and bring on Nkunku. Honestly, I do think that Madueke was more effective and he deserves more credit than Fatmov has given him. And maybe the stats show, but bring on Nkunku, man. Have him play on the right even, you know? He doesn't need to be on the left only. I don't know why Maresca thinks he's a left winger only. I don't get that. Maybe somebody could tell me. Kendry Paez, the other 17-year-old wonder kid that nobody's talking about so much these days. I mean, Esteval's, the stats are crazy. I mean, breaking Neymar's record for most goal contributions for a U17 player in the Brazilian league. That is not a joke, man. That is really not a joke. Okay? Seriously. Moving on. And Kendry is in the Ecuadorian league. I mean, he plays for the national team, doesn't start every national team game, but and I've heard from a lot of South American people actually. They've major doubts about, like, you talk to a South American guy or Brazilian guy about Willian, they're like, dude, he's real. Okay, this guy is the real deal. But then you talk to like a South American guy about Kendry, and they're kind of like, nah, bro, he's going to fail. They're like, he's going to fail. Maybe not an Ecuadorian. Actually, I've heard from a couple Ecuadorians, that I played with in pickup. But yeah, they're just like, nah, man, he's just too into the lifestyle, So I'm kind of worried about Kendry. He might not pan out. But those are the feelings I get from South Americans as opposed to Esteval Willian, who is just like, people are just like, no, you don't understand. Willian is the truth. So that's exciting. David Luiz, another one of my favorite players ever. I know maybe he doesn't deserve that title, favorite player ever, but I mean, how do you not love David Luiz? Just everything. Not even just like in his best moments, he was great. He was a great player. He was a great, he had great passing ability, great, he could score goals, score free kicks. He was just a great, and he was a complete player. Just made some big ass mistakes at times in his career, but he was also just like such a character, such a hilarious character, and really a warrior for the team. So big up to David Luiz. David Washington, haven't seen much of him, but he's been playing for the reserves. I'm hopeful for him. You know what? I've been seeing a lot of clips of him scoring goals. Like these. He's posting his goals. So the kid, I think I don't know how many goals. You know what? Let's look that up. David. David. Here we go. Chelsea Academy. How many goals does he have? Does it say? 1 goal. That's it? He's been posting. Is he always posting the same goal? No. Maybe not all of his goals are counted on here. I don't know. Okay, but no, he's always posting goals on here. So here's another. Oh, maybe they're not all his. Maybe he's posting himself. What number does he play? Number 36. Was that 36? No, it wasn't 36. So he's posting his team's goals. He's not posting all of his own goals, I guess. 15. Okay. Cool. Malo. Not disappointed with him. You know what I felt was different about Malo Gusto against Liverpool? I felt like on the left, for some reason, he was given more license to go forward by Enzo Maresca. Like, you actually saw him do some overlap with Sancho on the left. I'm like, why isn't he doing this on the right anymore? Why is it that forward players always have to be like opposite footed? Why is it that all of our wingers on the left are right footed and all of our wingers on the right are left footed? Is that just like a trend in football that everybody has to freaking do this crap, it's really kind of annoying. And I feel like it really becomes predictable for defenses. They know you're going to play narrowly. You know, you're not going to get the same quality of a cross in from the corner. That's just my dumb, stupid opinion. What the hell do I know? Never played at the top level. Never played on any good level. Didn't grow up playing like that. But from a referee standpoint, if that has any cachet, which I don't really think it does. Okay, Patrice Evra. I follow him. If you don't follow Patrice Evra, you know, go ahead and follow the guy. He's hilarious. Okay. Cookie Gallagher. I don't know who that is. Here's Esteval. Okay, let's check this out. Wait, actually, let's pause it. I want to check this out. Okay, I'm not gonna too loud first of all. Am I gonna get caught for this? I don't know. There it is. There's that Neymar tribute. I think he's done the Cold Palmer also. So the kid's smart. He's clever. What a kid. He probably lives and breathes football at this point. Look at him. Getting right back up. Getting right back up. Strong, strong. So did he drop PK there? That looked like a... Yeah. For what it's worth, he looks to have an aggressive streak. All right. Play. So there you go. 10, is that goals? Does he have 10 goals? I don't know what that is. I think he has 10 goals. I know he has 17 goal contributions. Yep, 10 goals. 10 goals. No, 18. He has 18 goal contributions now. So that must have been old. Did he play today? No, played 2 days ago. 18 goal contributions in 19 starts. 18 contributions in 19 starts. This is not a joke league, okay? I know people don't rate the Brazilian league, and yes, I don't rate it as highly. Definitely, you know, it's better it's not on a Premier League level, that's for sure. We know that, but it's not a joke league, guys. Leslie. Dude, he's getting paid for this. Was it worth it, bro? Maatson, no longer a Chelsea player. Not a fan favorite by any stretch, but I wish him luck. Actually, some people were very disappointed in him being sold, interestingly enough. Not necessarily me. I didn't quite see it. I mean, it's okay. Ramirez, if you're an old school fan, you know who Ramirez is. Tony says he watches Chelsea games. You got to give it to him, right? They did win today 5-3. Beat Peruse Dortmund. Is he getting caught? Nah, it's music. I thought it was going to be a chant, maybe. Ooh, he scored. Goal! It's hilarious. Too loud. I need to lower that. Seems like it's probably loud. Oops. Checking out my volume here. All right. Good job, bro. Let's check out Felix. I like that he's Still feeling good, even though he's not playing. Oh, that's Guiu, sorry. Oops. Look up for a second. Him too, because he's really not getting in time. You got to feel bad for Guiu. He came from Barcelona for minutes. Not getting him, is he? Berbatov. All right. Heck is this guy? I don't know. All right, guys. I think that basically will do it for today's show. I want to remind y'all, if you haven't done it, please do yourself a favor. Do me a favor. Like the channel, subscribe to the channel, like the stream, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. Certainly, the more I see those subscribers go up, which they are, I appreciate y'all. But the more I see them go up, the happier I get, the more I want to put more time into the channel. And definitely, it affords me more time. I could tell the wife, hey, it's doing all right. I should probably put more time into this and create more pre-recorded content, which I always used to like to do. I haven't had as much time lately, but I think my shit's funny. I think it's hilarious. So yeah, do all those things, especially subscribe to the channel, because definitely gives me good feedback and gets me hype about the future with this channel. Guys, once again, thank you for stopping by. Make sure that in the meanwhile, before I see you again, that you live football and prosper as everyone should. Until next time, y'all. Peace. Soccer? But it's really called football. Soccer? The creators called it football. Soccer? You know, you play it with your feet, reading between the headlines. Soccer? But it's really called football.